Earl Green.
Keep it going for Dennis. That was wonderful, Dennis. Beautiful. It's a pleasure to be with you guys tonight. I'm the one non-Mainer on the show tonight. I'm actually originally from Michigan, so it's great to be here with you guys. Thank you. Yeah. I've been here about 5 years now. When I first moved out here, I was pretty sure that everyone in Maine was really, really religious. And that's because where I'm from, we don't have places called redemption centers. So, there was a good couple weeks where I was driving around going, why are there so many people trying to get saved on a Tuesday afternoon? Those cans are not going to fit in the collection plate, sir. I don't know what you're trying to do there. No, actually, I'm actually very lucky to be here tonight because yesterday I almost had a car accident. And when I say that, I don't mean I almost hit something with my car. I mean I was in my car and I almost shit my pants. Happens to the best of us, guys. I was at this disgusting bar in Buxton, which was my first mistake. Should not have done that. But it was like one of those places where like everyone for the last 10 years have been lifting the toilet seat with their foot, you know? So I'm leaving the bar and I get to my car, I open the door and I realize in that moment, I gotta take a shit. Now, I got two options. I can either definitely take a shit in this disgusting bar, or I could chance it and maybe take a shit in my car on the way home. So I chanced it. I rolled the dice. I was like, I'll try and make it. I get in my car, and I'm heading home. I live in Portland, so I'm heading through the country roads into Portland. And whenever you have to go to the bathroom and you're in your car, all you do is you just say, come on. Just come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. I'm like yelling at like mailboxes and cats crossing. Just come on, come on, come on. I got sweat's like starting to drip down my sideburns. It's coming off my nose. Come on. Then I realized I had the seat heat actually on, which was not helping at all. So I turned that off. I'm starting to get into Portland. I'm starting to hit red lights. Just come on, come on. And I started to go through scenarios in my head, like, if this happens, am I still gonna go home and take a shit first, right? Like, if I hit another car, definitely not stopping, straight home, straight home. If a cop tries to pull me over, I feel like I'm white enough, I can just get home and be like, I have to go to the bathroom, officer. He'll be like, I get it, we'll talk after. I almost shit in my patrol car just the other day, it's fine. But then I started to get into the neighborhoods of Portland where it's slower, you know, and there's houses and stuff, and I thought, oh my God, what if I hit a kid? That gave me pause. It did. But I think the only thing worse than running over a kid with your car would be to run over a kid with your car and then shit directly next to his body. I tried to help, but I can't do two things at once, officer. I'm so sorry. That'd be a quick CSI episode, just whoever that is. Run a sample on that. That guy did it. That's the guy. I live in the Deering Center neighborhood of Portland. It's a very quaint part of the world. Bath, also very quaint. It's one of those quaint places. You know, we've got a lot of little shops and little stores and little churches and schools and playgrounds and all that quaint shit. One thing, though, that my neighborhood has a strange amount of is lost cat signs. Just every post in my neighborhood has 2 or 3, where the hell is my cat signs? Posted. People aren't shutting their doors appropriately for some reason. There's a sign up right now that I've seen on one of the posts that says, lost cat. And it says, name, Toby. Color, calico. Age, 16. Couple things. First of all, knowing the age of your cat, it's not going to help me identify your cat. It's not helpful. I'm not checking teeth length or butthole diameter or whatever it is for cats. The other thing, there's no such thing as a lost 16-year-old cat. That is a dead cat. I'm sorry, but that cat is long gone. That's just parents who don't want to break the news to their kid. They're like, just have her make signs. I don't know. The other animal that I see a lot of in my neighborhood is skunks. I don't know what it's like here in Bath, but in Portland, every neighborhood is just full of skunks. And they just walk down the sidewalk like they own the place. It's terrible. And you can't shoot them. You're not allowed to discharge a firearm in the city of Portland, so I cannot shoot them. So you just have to manage them. And I'm afraid. I have a dog. I have to walk it at night. I'm afraid. Every night I go out, my heart is just pounding out of my chest. I should not be, if it was a wolf in your neighborhood, you just throw a stick at it, call the sheriff, hey, get out of that. Your neighbors will come pouring out of their houses to help you. If a skunk sprays you, no one you know is going to come to your aid. No loved ones, no family members are going to help you. You're on your own. 2 weeks ago, I was going to walk my dog, and we go out the back door of the house, and he goes right to the end of the leash. I'm like, shit. It's going to be a skunk around the corner of the house. So I peek around the house. Sure enough, there's a skunk. I head the other direction, did not communicate that appropriately to my dog. He takes off. I lose the leash. I'm like, oh, damn it. He runs across the yard, and then they do this little standoff. And I don't know if you've ever seen a skunk spray, but he does this move where he turns around and does a handstand. Which, it's kind of weird. He has to do a gymnastics move in order to protect himself. So he does a little floor routine, and he hits my dog, literally, point blank, just right up his nose. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I called my girlfriend up. She was up in the apartment. I said, what do we do? So she gets on the internet. I assume Pinterest. You ladies on Pinterest too? I'm sure we have some Pinterest. Yeah, all right. Gentlemen, if you want to find out a little bit about your wives, check out their Pinterest pages sometime. It's a website where you collect things you're never going to do. It's what it is. Your kitchen's never going to look like that. You're never going to make that craft. My girlfriend has 38 spaghetti squash recipes saved on that thing. I don't know what the fuck a spaghetti squash is. Never seen one. I don't think I ever will. So, all right, so we got the skunk. I call her up. She gets on the internet, and she says, according to Pinterest, now, it used to be the best thing to use if your dog gets sprayed by a skunk was tomato juice. Not the case anymore. According to Pinterest, if your dog gets sprayed by a skunk, the best thing to use, douche. Yeah. That's what it says, ma'am. I don't know what to tell you. So she said, Will, you need to go buy douche. I was like, babe, it's 10 o'clock at night. She's like, yeah, you got to buy douche at 10 o'clock at night then. So I left to go to Hannaford. I get there. I found the douche area of the store, which I did not know where that was previously. That was new. Find the douche, but then I didn't know how much douche was the right amount of douche. So I had to call her back. I was like, how much douche do you think we need, baby? She's like, I don't know, 5 boxes? Like, all right, 5 boxes it is. So I get 5 boxes of douche, which, by the way, all the douche that this particular store has. So I have the entire inventory in my arms. carry it up to the front. I set it down at the register, and I'm hoping at this point either the lady ringing me up or the guy bagging is also on Pinterest and knows about this, but they don't say shit. So there's just two people in Portland who thinks there's a guy running around cleaning them out of douche in the middle of the night. So I get my douche home. Then we just got the dog in the tub, and she's scrubbing him down, and I'm just pouring bottle after bottle of douche on his stupid head. If you take nothing else home from tonight, know this, that stuff works fantastic. He smelled fine almost immediately after. At that point, though, the only thing that still smelled was me. We had a couple bottles of douche left, so... You're looking at a guy who's bathed in douche. Yeah. Those are really the only animals that I encounter in Maine. I was promised much more on the pictures. Cats and skunks, that's all I've seen. Yet to see a moose, any of that. I tell you what, though, it's weird. Like, coming from Michigan, we have white-tailed deer all over the place. So, if I'm driving in the northern woods of Maine and I see a deer crossing sign, doesn't faze me. But if I see a moose crossing sign, like, I focus. Like, I don't know why, but I was like, all right. And I'm just on the lookout for those big bastards. And I was trying to figure out why that is. Like, why do I get so tense when I see the moose crossing? And I realized it's literally just the way they're depicted on the sign. That's all it is. Like, the deer, like on the deer crossing sign, the deer is like jumping. He's like trying to get out of the way. Like, I'm sorry, let me just get over here real quick. That is my fault. But the moose, like, he's just like... Like, he's not even facing like he's just staring right down the yellow line. Just do it. I dare you. See what happens. See what happens. I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to die. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to kill you and probably the rest of your family that's in the car with you. My kids are over there nibbling on branches. Your kids, dead. Try it. Scares me. I like Maine, though. I like it's a kind of a more forward-thinking place. You guys had gay marriage a couple years before everyone else did. And I noticed the other day, like, I figured out what the best side effect of gay marriage is going to be. I figured it out. Standing in my neighborhood, I'm looking down the street. I see what is clearly a little kid with his two dads. Great. Look the other way, a little bit later, I saw another kid with his two dads. And I had this thought. There's going to be a time in this country where you have one kid with two dads who meets another kid with two dads. They're going to get together. They're going to have a kid. That kid is going to have 4 fucking grandpas. Are you kidding me? Yes. I'm almost out of grandpas. I would love a couple more kicking around. And no, listen, nothing against grandmothers. They're lovely people. But if you're a little kid who loves fishing and low-level magic tricks, your life is going to be nuts. Just a different, almost wizard can hang out with you every day of the week. Your candy consumption, though, that's going to come down a little bit. That's primarily a grandmother-provided resource. So that's going to come down. But you're going to have so much money from all the quarters these guys keep finding behind your ear. You just buy your own Tootsie Rolls. All right, thanks so much, guys. You guys have been great.